Hello and Salaam, guys. So today is a week in my life as a PGCE student. I'm back from Christmas holidays, so we are back in a routine. I have 2 days at university and the rest is in placement for the next 6 weeks. I just wanted to show a bit about my life and how the course is. So if you're interested, you know exactly how it's going to go, you know how it works. I'm going to talk a bit about that and in future videos as well, so please like and subscribe because I will be making weekly vlogs, inshallah. I just wanted to preface this video by saying that I don't have too many clips of school or anything, just because I don't really like to film inside the class, just for safeguarding reasons, for the children. So I was quite strategic with how I recorded, just in like staff only areas and places where I knew that you couldn't really identify school or children, for example. So if there isn't that many clips of me being at school, that's purely why. But I did try my best to try zone in on how my life actually is. I wanted to show how I kind of balance school with social, with family and Islam, because that's very important, that whole time management. So inshallah I can show you throughout the weeks how I am managing to do that, so you can have a bit more inspiration of your own. Inshallah, I hope you like this vlog and you subscribe. So let's get on with the video. For the first day or so, I did go to university and I wrote down on that day what I specifically need to do. On Wednesday, I knew that with my mentor, I needed to sit down and plan a 6 week timetable where, using the guidance that the university gives, you just plan out what lessons you're going to teach, what lessons you might tag teach. I obviously have this thing called a specialism, which is you have to have like a 5 week project using pedagogy, and you investigate children and how to teach, like different teaching styles. My specialism is on science, so I knew I had to sit down with my mentor and plan 5 weeks worth of science and what days are better for me to teach. She doesn't come in on a specific day, so I knew I had to plan around that. I had to look at the curriculum, which year three are learning. I'm in year three, we're learning about forces, magnets, push pull, all of that. So I knew I had to plan my specialism around that and find appropriate worksheets accordingly. So I have that written in my schedule, so I know that with her on the Wednesday I come back, I'm going to spend at least 1 hour planning out the next 6 weeks with her. Okay, so this is what we have so far. I've got my university assignments that I'm doing, printing out worksheets and planning 6 weeks in advance. So I'll do that on the Wednesday when I see my mentor again. I have my habit trackers, so spiritually and physically I do want to develop good habits in this new year. So reading Quran and reading books, water and walking for the health. Especially as a teacher, if you're going to teach, you need to be hydrated. You are going to be straining your voice 24/7. And then print science is my specialism, so I know I'm going to be doing that all throughout the new phase of placement. I've got my math PLT2 task, which is basically your math assignments. I need to get started then on my English assignment, and then specialism, we have an ethics form that was due in, so I need to get started on that and just finish it off. I have basically finished it, so just need to hand that in. My weekly focus will be getting back into a routine, because obviously I've been off for 3 to 4 weeks. So getting up at 7 a.m, going into work, that's something that I need to just slowly build into. Monday we have first day back at uni, the whole day is just specialism. Then Tuesday we have English and math, so they're going to introduce our new assignments for that phase of placement that we're going into. And on Wednesday we are back at placement. That's when I plan everything, that's when I print everything. I know that I'll be doing science, math the 3rd week, English the 2nd week, as per the guidance that they give us before we go off to placement. CPD time on Friday, so it's basically CPD is like non-contact with your base class time. So you get PPA, which is planning time that you have half a day off for, then CPD, which is you spend half a day off to just do your own work, university work, school work, whatever it is. And I need to finalize my science project. Saturday I need to edit this video, and Sunday work. I do work at a retail store part-time, so it's my 1 day quote-unquote off from doing university or school work, but I do work, but that's just my busy schedule for the week, and I'll probably just add to it as we go on, and just slowly get back into that routine of actually planning and making my assignments, doing my assignments, and making a routine up for myself.
اكتفي. يقول رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم: إن الله يحب العبد التقي الغني الخفي. حاب تنجح؟ اقعد وحدك. حاب تكسب راحة بالك؟ اقعد وحدك. حاب تطور في حياتك؟ اقعد وحدك. اجلس وحيدا. اقعد وحدك.
Near my university is this very beautiful waterstones, and it's actually really big. It's like really big compared to other waterstones I've seen, and they had so many amazing books and just such a variety. I found like the Odyssey book because there's so much hype. The movie's coming out next year or something, and I just don't know if I actually want to read it though because I don't think I understand that kind of genre of books that much. So I might just watch the movie and then if I'm really interested, I'll go back and read it. I did do a history degree as my undergraduate, and my dissertation was on JFK, John F. Kennedy, and I am very, very into US politics and US history. And there he is right now, John F. Kennedy. Um, I literally listen to like all the documentaries, I read all the books. I don't know why I'm so like interested in this phase of history. I just find that America very interesting. Guys, something that you're going to notice in my vlogs is I go to the cinema quite a lot. I have the Cinema Unlimited membership, so I'm literally always there.
You can get us flat. Careful. I don't need to be careful.
Today I decided to get Greggs because I didn't have anything else packed, and I got a sausage roll, a vegan one, and I also got a glazed donut because I wanted a little sweet treat afterwards. I also got this Monster Ultra Paradise, so it's a sugar-free version. It tastes kind of like a sour apple, which I really, really enjoyed, and I'm gonna watch some Gilmore Girls. I just thought I'd show just how much printing goes into school. This is just for like 1 or 2 lessons. We had to, my kids for year 3 were learning about Greek mythology, so I printed out like the stories of the tales that they're learning about, and that's just for like 2 lessons. Here's an example of the worksheets that we have. These are for the SEN students, the special educational needs, so those who cannot speak English properly or just need a bit of extra help. We have the words with pictures to help them. It really does help and aid their learning. And then this is the one for the average, the class, most of the class use this one. There's actual sentences, full sentences, and they just have to use comprehension to just answer. They can also use the bigger sheets that I've shown before and answer that, and it's more about comprehension and retrieval. That's what we're trying to focus on. And just look at the amount of paper that is spent. Like, that's something that's really shocked me as a teacher. Is like, I never realized how much paper that every class, every student needs. It's quite shocking. Also, here's my worksheet for science. The kids are learning about friction, so this is the worksheet I have for the SEN students, just because it's just a bit more easier. For the rest of the students, it's more full sentences like that, and they have to write a bit more. So that's just like the difference between having different abilities in your class. You need to make sure you tailor for all of them, which is what we call equity instead of equality. So like to go through each table, making sure they have everything they need, because a lot of the time, oh, I don't have a glue, I don't have a rubber, and it just ruins a lot of learning time because there's a huge fuffle going around. Everyone's trying to go to each other's tables to get whatever they want. So if I already have everything out there, every glue stick, I notice a lot of kids don't have any glue sticks. If I put that out there, it helps avoid that and it minimizes distractions and maximizing learning time.
I know who you are.
Who am I?
Why? I don't know you, but I've heard.
I'm the daughter of a forest witch.
Yes, say that last.
I am my mother's daughter.
So one thing I love to do at night time when I either want to get some work done or I just want to unwind is I like to put on a candle and light my, the sunset lamps. I still have one of those, and I love to put the pink one on. I think the contrast from the candle and the pink is so beautiful. And I like to put some YouTube on, especially like a productive podcast or a lovely vlog. I love watching a lot of Muslimah creators, so like Bahja Abdi. I love listening to her podcast. I love watching her vlogs. They're so inspirational. They make me feel like a lot more productive. I think that's the key. Is like if you're in a slump, you need to like watch so many productive podcasts, vlogs, day in my lives. It's because it really inspires you, because then you look at what you think is your dream life, that you want to be your dream life, and you will like follow that. So I love watching her videos just because they really do inspire me and they're so beautifully edited and made. I just put that on and I'll just get on with my work, or I'll have it on the background if I'm doing my self-care, if I'm just cleaning my room, whatever it is. This is my setup in class when I need to pray. The mosque that's nearby doesn't open until 1, and I need to pray. So, and my lunchtime is 11:45 to 12:45. So, I just pray in class. I put my coat down, which isn't the best because I should really invest in shower praying mat. But yeah.